So it's 1:55 a.m. It is Saturday morning, so happy sexy Saturday, y'all. So as I promised, I did have a movie review to run off, double feature. So I have 1999's Olive the Other Reindeer and Mass Effect Paragon Lost from 2012. Yeah. Oh my. Now, I've seen both of these before, but I wanted to rewatch them because one, I didn't remember how they ended, and two, I was very curious about how they'd be all these years later. And they both have anniversaries. Olive's 25, and Mass Effect Paragon Lost is 12. Crazy shit. So, here's my thoughts on them. So, Olive the Other Reindeer, it's still good. It's still fucking good. The funniest thing about it is how most of the faces look like dolphins. It's the dumbest shit ever. I love it though. Drew Barrymore and her ensemble really made this work, and I love her voice talent. Oh, it's so good. Whether it's a physical role or it's just voice talent, like she is really good about that shit. Um, mm. So tired. Wow. Definitely a product of 1999 animation wise, and a good book too. Yeah. I miss 99 animation so much because everything was still exploring. It really was still exploring. Like 2D animation, still king. But now it was on the cusp of, CGI and 3D and, moving forward and whatnot. So, yeah, you still had your animation evolving, and watching it do that is so much fun. Solid 7.4 out of 10, and Martini the Penguin selling counterfeit Rolexes is a trip next to the mailman. So cool. But yeah, Olive, listens to the radio, hears that Santa's not going to deliver presents this year, so she hears on the radio he called her out for being the other reindeer, and he needed her. Cute, very cute. And she ends up flying the sleigh with the other reindeer. So cool. I loved it. Oh my. I like a good kids flick. And I remember when that came on TV back then. That was cool as shit. So, now for Mass Effect Paragon Lost. I remember watching this when it first came out because I was and still love VGMs, video game movies, for those who don't like abbreviations. This was so different from the others, and I've never played Mass Effect aside from the first mission in the Legendary Edition of the trilogy. Yeah, that was it. That was in the first game. I haven't played it since. What's really fascinating, this is something I picked up on because this came out in 2012. Keep that in mind. Is that Freddie Prinze Jr. would go on from this to Star Wars Rebels just 2 years later in 2014. That's crazy. 2 years difference. And I didn't even know that till I looked, and I was like, oh, okay. And I'd forgotten how action packed this was. Like, wow, so good. This also has the same anime style as Dead Space, Halo Legends, Dante's Inferno, and Bayonetta Bloody Fate films. Yeah. Because they all came out around the same time and also came from most of the same studios: Funimation, Gonzo, trying to think what the other company was. Oh, EA, 2K, BioWare, all them companies working together. And most of them are based in Japan, so they all work together. Uh, nice headshot on the Krogan. Damn, it's so beautiful. There's so many beautiful shots in this film. And I also like how this is basically G.I. Joe updated. It really is. Or complex. It's more complex G.I. Joe. It's interesting how Vega is trying to emulate Commander Shepard, and also how they're keeping Shepard as a mantle title, not specified gender. I love that. That's so cool. The Seeker's swarm ability to paralyze his victims is fascinating, given how most aliens in fandoms just harvest, leaving them dead. Typical shit. Or they just kill them completely. The Collector's ship is uniquely designed, despite having a basic setup. Mesner being a double agent working for Cerberus is interesting. I had to look a lot of this shit up too while I was watching. Do I believe in Cerberus's plans for human supremacy galaxy wide? Nah, boring. It's dumb and sounds like Hitler's ideology. It's funny. But then again, a lot of games are based off real world dictators and leaders. Just saying. Camille fused with the Praetorian is creepy and also reminds me of Naked Lunch and Virus. Ooh. Naked Lunch, ooh, that movie. Virus, though, damn good CBM, actually. Comic book movie. Yep. Love that shit. Essex and Vega taking down the Praetorian was cool as hell. Oh, yeah. Double teaming on that bitch. Beautiful. Poor Nikki got shanked in the fight and died. It's sad that Vega wants to be a facsimile of Shepard. Like, that's so dumb. Granted, Shepard's story is legend, but being your own person is better. Way better. Why be a copy of somebody? Nobody wants to be that. Fuck that. Ugh. That's like, that's literally social media. Oh, look at me. I have millions of views, millions of fans and followers. I am the coolest. And then in the real world, you're like, nothing like that. Love the Brood's weapon storage, too. Does this still hold up 12 years later in 2024? Hell yeah. Oh my god. You gotta remember when this came out. This was during the MCU's rise and shit. So a lot of good films went under the radar because of that shit. So yeah. If I was you, I'd revisit the 2010s and really dig through the movies that came out because there's a lot of gems there that got forgotten because of Marvel and DC. Huh. Mesner killed Brood and he's working with the Collectors. Typical dickhead. Holy hell, the Collectors are building Reapers out of human DNA. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. And that conversion type reminds me of Skyline. Oh, yeah. That movie. That's a good movie, though. Essex went out like a boss. True MVP of the movie. Yes, he did. Blew that fucker sky high. Wow, Vegas sacrificed the colonists to save Tria. A dark ending. Ooh, that's shocking, and I can't believe I had forgotten about that. I did not remember how this ended. I really didn't. I had no idea they went with a dark ending. No, because usually they go with a happy ending. Like, yeah, he saved the colonist and the girl. Nope. Oh, man. This is heavy on a rewatch, and I'd also consider this an underrated god tier gem among VGMs too. Really, even the single song on the credits, "Warning Signs" by the Anix, ANIX. It's on iTunes actually. You can listen to it there or Spotify, where the fuck ever you want. That's great too. I'm gonna put it on my phone. Definitely a solid 8 out of 10 for me. I'm surprised they went with a sad ending. Because, happy ending is usually better, but fuck it. Sad it is. Also gonna own this eventually for sure. Yes, I love this. Oh my god. Great voice cast, great story, good shit. Both films are amazing. They're equal in animation. But if I had to pick the better story, definitely Mass Effect. For sure. Definitely. But damn, that was just. That is the shit I like. And it's fun. Here's what's fun about rewatching stuff. You watched it back then. I watched that when I was 26. Okay, so back then I was like, oh wow, this is so fucking cool. It's amazing. It's badass. And now I'm 38 and I'm like, oh, this was really fucking good. And I forgot about this? Fuck. So yeah, go back, rewatch old stuff, and you have a newer perspective going on for it. You really do. You're not the same person you were X amount of years ago. Shit. So, if you don't like Mass Effect, you don't like Olive the Other Reindeer, well, then you must be an animal hater and a video game hater. You're an asshole. But if you enjoy both these films and you grew up with them, check them out again. But if you didn't and they're new to you and you've never heard of them, you should really check them out and enjoy them for what they are. Like, it's so good. Oh my God. Crazy. Yeah. So, Mass Effect is the MVP between these two. Ain't that nice? So, I'll be back later today because I'm going to do some other shit. I'm actually going to put a slideshow or two together and upload those eventually. So, till next time, like and subscribe for thoughts and prayers.